Okay, yeah, welcome. A, B, C, 45. This photo is one of the best photos. I've taken it last year, and usually I need to make a little bit GIMP and put the sponsor logo and the StockholmCpp logo together. With this photo, I didn't need to do it, so it was already done. And I made today a similar photo, so we'll see it the next time when we're here. So yeah, which brings me to today's sponsor, Prevas. Hello, Possibilities.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Nice to see so many people.
Yeah. Who is here the first time at Prevas? Okay. Who is here the first time at the meetup from us? Okay, few people. Nice. So a special welcome. Yeah, Prevas is a consultant company. You correct me when I say something wrong. You have offices here in Stockholm. I have seen one in Linköping. I have seen one in Gävle.
Yes.
Where else?
Luleå.
Luleå.
Malmö.
Malmö.
Gothenburg.
Gothenburg. So basically everywhere.
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
Yeah, Aarhus.
Oh yeah, they make Linux there,
Oslo.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we make Linux distribution as we do in this house as well for the embedded system.
Cool. And they do consulting for electronic hardware, clothes, but also developer related. How many people are at Prevas?
Yeah, we're around 900 people.
900 people, so they do a lot. And they're always looking for good developers.
Not just good.
They're looking for developers, but we have just good developers.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for the top
Okay.
qualities.
You find it here?
And that's why we are here.
Yes, that's
Why you are here.
That's actually true, yeah. I'm connected with Prevas since 10 years about something. I'm a freelancer, but they take both freelancers. You can work with them as freelancer and you can work employed here. And we have a very long history. This is why I like always to come here, and this is why it's a little bit more informal than in other places. The previous it was Tritec with Mats, where I was connected the first several years, then they joined forces. Today it's Prevas, with all the possibilities they have. And Tritec was our very first sponsor, or event host, 7 years ago, or it's very long ago. Don't want to think how old I am already, so many years ago.
7 years is nothing.
Okay, cool. Then let me bring some C++ news. The Tokyo meeting is ahead, and this means we have a lot of new papers on the mailing lists. My top 3 is pattern matching, reflection, and contracts. These are very prominent topics that have a very interesting history over the last years. Now it seems they are targeted for 26. I'm still disappointed because there is no operator dot, and we all know without operator dot the language is not complete. But when we get reflections, I don't need it actually anymore, because then I say, give me all your public function calls, and I generate them in my wrapper, and then I have it basically. So we will see how this works, but I would like to see the operator dot also. So, but talking about 26, right, where is 23? It hasn't been released. You cannot switch to 23 if you're in a regulated environment. So where is it? And currently it looks like this. This is from the ISO process. As you see, it's the registration date was long ago, and it was for 36 months planned. And we are now here in the approval phase. So what we reached is the final draft international standard, where no functional edits are allowed. We can only have spelling errors and grammatic errors. A comma here, a comma there, things like this. When this is done, we have now the Tokyo meeting ahead of us. Here it will then be for the voting, and then there is one more meeting in summer from the committee, and then there will be the release shortly after summer. So you need to wait a little bit, but if we work on places like I do, we will switch after summer to 23. This will be great. Yeah. What do we do in Sweden? We have the Swedish Mirror. We meet once a month. If you're interested in how this works and how to join, come to me, I can explain you. The monthly AG 09, Working Group 9, is it the Swedish name? I always need to switch between languages and the numbers. It's very interesting. It's closed only for members, but we have also paper club meetings where we discuss topics, and they are open for everyone. So if you want to be in one of these paper clubs, we usually take one paper that looks interesting, and then we talk about it, and it turns out always to be exciting. Last time we talked about contracts. The paper is P2900. It's revision 5 or 6 is already here. There's a lot of going on in the contract world, and it was not enough, so we will have next week a second session to this topic. So previously we had C++ should be C++, and before we had the MISRA stuff and the safety aspects, and it's always good topics, so if you are interested in those, let me know. Then I thought I mentioned this time the CPP Alliance, because they deserve to be mentioned, in my opinion. If you don't know who they are, it's a non-profit organization, and I don't know a lot about them, to be honest, but they do a lot for the Boost side, and this is a new Boost website. Okay, if you go to boost.org, you will see still the 20-year-old Boost website. This is the new site, and boost.io. Actually, if we look here at the news section, Johan Berg, building libraries on top of ASIO. Who knows what this is?
Last time's presentation.
JetBrains license, yeah, come to me in the break. Okay, yeah, it's true, but they make and in the blog you will find on the Boost blog you will find how much money they actually spend for employed people that work on Boost libraries. And why do I mention this? There are not so many entities that actually pay people to work on open source stuff, open source libraries, like the Boost libraries, or do the Boost infrastructure, right? C++ has basically no money. Everyone is crying around, but nobody goes to Björn Strostrup, here 5 million, and please fix the profile stuff for us. This doesn't happen. People do other things with this money, inventing new languages and so stuff, so that's sad. But okay, so, and they run also, and they pay also for the CPP Lang Slack, which costs money, that we as C++ user have this Slack infrastructure to chat about, ask questions. We can even make all what I don't know what is called in Slack, that you have these audio calls and so on. So you can use this, and they pay for this, which is very nice. And here the MR Docs is hopefully in some future a replacement for Doxygen for documentation. That would be nice. So this is what's going on, and they do a lot, I said, and I think it's not well known, so I thought to mention it. Yeah, and then I mentioned also the Sweden CPP. Where are we in the internet? SwedenCpp.se is where you find blog feed and video feed. If you want to have the latest C++ news, just go there. We have the YouTube channel where most of our recordings land, hopefully also from today. There is a Mastodon channel that Björn managed. There is X that I manage, so you will not find a lot there. And then we have our own Slack, which is this free tier where messages disappear after some day. But it works good to be reachable. If you have already Slack, you get notifications on there. How do we continue with the user group? So the next meetup will be on the 25th April. So this is fixed, and we will have on the 13th June, which is also basically fixed, but I don't know where. And since we continue, we need speakers, of course. So if you want to contribute and you want to talk about something, let me know. I plan already for after summer, so there's plenty of time to come up something or polish something. If you need help, I can also do this. Or if you want to hear about a topic, then let us also know, because maybe someone, I never thought this would be interesting, and maybe someone has something already for a topic done. And then, the usual call for participation. I'm still looking for someone with user interface skills, because if you look at the SwedenCpp SA website, there is a lot of good information, but it's not presented in the best way. It's presented how I presented this. It means it's not the best user interface experience if you go there. It could be better. It's functional, but I think it would be nice to have some user interface. It's just style sheet works, basically. Oh yeah, you have already one. The JetBrains quiz, JetBrains supporting us with this free C-Lion. There is now a new version with some code pilot included, and they always do some cool things. So glad to have them. And that's already from me for today, the intro. And I will pass now on to Eric, who will talk about bugs he remembers. And then we will have the mingle part. And then we will have the second part with Bam telling us how he used gRPC to fight murder. This will be also interesting. Og så vel mødt. Takk for listening.